Hey, it's Mike, and I'm still busy trying to hit my patron goal over on Patreon. I only need 19 more to hit that magic number. And though I won't resume here on the YouTube channel till I hit my goal, I didn't want to leave you totally high and dry. So I've got something to tide you over a little while longer. In the video you're about to see, I break down 4 of the emerging trends I observed after my 20th full year coaching pro wrestlers. And I want to give you a sneak peek, an inside look into exactly what it contains. Now I want to kind of shift my attention a little bit to just talk about, in a very broad sense here, guys and girls. Generally speaking, I think the percentage is 95% of the people training to be professional wrestlers are male. And everybody else are in that other 5%. So if percents aren't your thing, I'll give you real examples. Almost every single year of the Wrestle Factory, for every 19 guys, I've had 1 girl. That's just by the percentages. Can you do things to make your school more attractive to non-male trainees? Well, yeah, absolutely you can. Number 1 is to have a non-male coach. But that isn't possible every single place that you go just because of the percentages. It's supply and demand. The overwhelming majority of people that are interested in and pursuing professional wrestling seriously, by the numbers coming from 20 plus years of experience, they're guys. So what I want you to know about this reality is there is a supply and a demand which makes a degree of inequity that skews non-male in wrestling. So I'll tell you a little bit about the part of the country where I'm at here in the United States, and I'd be curious to know from those of you outside of the eastern half of the US, other countries, the West Coast, whatever, what your experience is. If on the exact same day, I graduate 1 guy and 1 girl, the girl will immediately have 3 to 4 times the booking opportunities and be paid roughly double what the guy is, because that's the supply and demand. There is such demand for female talent and so few to pick from that they get way more opportunities handed to them. Whereas there's a glut of guys, 95% are male. There's way too many. There's an oversaturation of the dudes, and therefore you don't have to pay as much to attract them. In spite of this, I'm telling you, trainer to trainer, coach to coach, experienced veteran to wherever you're at in your personal journey, do not train them any differently. It doesn't matter. You got guys, you got girls, you got people who are non-binary or identify in any other kind of way. It doesn't matter. You train them all the same. Nobody gets preferential treatment. And I can't tell you how many schools I've been a guest coach at, or I've come in to teach a seminar where I was told up front, oh, in the girls' class, they don't do drop kicks. Oh, in the girls' class, they don't do leapfrogs. In the girls' class, they never do vertical suplexes. They can only do snap suplexes, and on and on and on. Why? In a lot of cases, it's because they're trying to speed the girls along because they know how much demand there is out on the circuit for them, or maybe on their own shows. If the school is linked to a promotion, they probably need the female talent yesterday. And so they're going to take any possible shortcut. Anywhere there seems to be a bump in the road. Oh, we're struggling with leapfrogs? Forget leapfrogs. We're not doing those today. And they just move on to the next thing. But I'm here to counsel you, you train everybody the same. That has been my policy since day 1 of the Wrestle Factory, and it will never change. You train everybody the same. Not everybody's going to master the skills at the same point in time, at the same point of development, but that doesn't mean you don't teach it to them. If you are releasing people out onto the circuit who are going to be out there working and then representing your training center, you want them to be as fully trained as possible when you let them go. Because otherwise, whatever they're doing out there, whatever shortcuts they're taking in the ring, however they are skipping around some of the fundamentals of wrestling, it's ultimately a reflection on you. If you want to see the rest of that 15-minute video I made exclusively for my patrons, or maybe you just want to help me reach my goal over on Patreon, jump on the link, which is down below in the descriptus, or appearing on screen right now. Either one of these will take you right to my Patreon, where you will begin to unlock hundreds, if not thousands of exclusive pieces of pro wrestling content. Get going already!